Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I did a tutorial video, but in today's video I want to make it extra special, as I will be going into detail on how to remix any song that you wish. I will be using Illenium's not-so-new song, Back to You, as a guide. So without any further delay, let's jump right into it. Oh yeah, look guys, Mike's back. So the very first step that I always do whenever I am remixing songs is actually figuring out which vibe and genre it will be having. And so from there, I can work the rest once I have my blueprint ready. You can always go for a style that you're most familiar to work with so that you can feel comfortable with how it sounds to you. However, while you can do this, keep in mind that not all the time your genre of choice will work. Unless you are a certified pro that can flip any song and remix it like crazy, it's always better to find that perfect sweet spot. Once I have chosen the type of that style that I want, I can set my tempo around 160 BPM. Since we are working with a remix, what I'm going to do is write the chords around the vocals, or what you can also do is follow the progression of the original song, as long as the song key and scale you're using matches. A simple piano as a draft is a great way to build upon the other instruments. Once I have all of that figured out, I can then proceed to the next step, which is introducing other sounds, such as ambience and ear candy elements like percussions. I rendered the piano and reversed it for extra spice. A pad to fill up more of the space. A deep respace. Vocal ambience. And reverse the guitar sample. Together, it should sound something like this. Transitioning to the break, I opened up the filter of the pads to introduce more higher frequencies, giving it a more bright and energetic sound. After that, I then added some spiccato strings that follows an ARP pattern. Shaker loops. And cinematic drums for more accent sounds. I then used a cello bass for a more orchestral feeling to it. To make sure that the frequencies don't clash and make the mix muddy, I looked for a specific band of the EQ graph that I can isolate the sound, cutting down slightly to give more room for the layering element. Together, transitioning to the buildup, I removed the synth pad but kept most of the elements used in the break. Added buildup snares, claps, and a loop for more tension. I added the drop guitar leads and slowly opening up the filter as the energy is being driven higher. Don't forget the impacts and riser. Together, for the drop, it's not too complicated. I first got the drums laid out. For the kick, a soft but perfect amount of punch. Snare, layering a bunch of different sounds will result in more uniform and better sounding slap. Rides for the rhythm. Crash. Offbeat snares. Drop claps. The drums should sound something like this. For the main drop elements, we have the leads, chords, and bass. Let's begin with the leads. I used 2 guitar sounds and made a very generic ARP melody. I guess you can call that. For the chords, using 2 to 3 sound layers is enough. Pan them slightly for a more stereo feel and make it wide. For the mid bass, 2 layers is enough. 1 Reese bass for that very detuned highs and harmonic mids. And for the crunch bass, just a simple monster wavetable and distortion for a more cleaner lower mids. Cut the lows to also give room for the sub bass later on. For the sub bass, it's just a simple 808 with a slight distortion. Adding that octave jump for extra spice. For the side chain, I made sure to make one for the kick and snare to really give them room in the mix. Adding a delayed drop is a great way to make the main drop hit harder. Oh yeah, vocal chops and automate the reverb. For the bridge, I just kept the same elements as the drop, but removed the leads and chords to give room for the vocals. After that, I transitioned back to a soft verse using the vocal ambience elements, pads, piano, bass, and reversed instruments. Then following the structure of the vocals, I made another build-up section. Following the second drop, I made what I call a decay bar, where the elements of the drop softens in volume to get introduced back and hit harder to the main drop. The rest of the elements are the same with a slightly minor change in sound, level mixing, or just arrangement. In the end of the day, when you are remixing a song, let your creativity go wild and enjoy the process. With all of that being said, though, let's listen to the final result.